everyone. So this is a really quick pop-in video because I was driving home from work tonight and I realized that I have absolutely no room in my refrigerator and I haven't froze a lot this season so far, and I just needed to take care of some vegetables and get them out of my fridge and into the freezer because there is literally no room in my refrigerator. I had such a good rhythm the first 6-7 weeks, and then last week I just didn't keep up with prep. I didn't pack as many of my meals as I wanted to, and now I've got 2 weeks worth of full share in the refrigerator and I just don't have room for that. So on my way home from work, I decided I'm going to make some freezer bag vegetable soup. I stopped and grabbed just a couple pounds of ground turkey because that's what I like to add to it. And I have my big Ziploc bags here, and so I just basically looked in my fridge and said, what can I add to this freezer bag vegetable soup? So I'm just going to kind of walk you through this and show you what I've done in the past that has worked fairly well to have an easy crock pot meal over the winter. So I have 1 pound of ground turkey in each of these. You don't have to put any meat in it. You could use ground beef if you wanted to. You could even use chicken breast and then just kind of cut it up after it's cooked in the crock pot. So whatever you want. I've got 1 pound of ground turkey in each of these. And then for my liquid substance that I'm going to put in these bags, I've got cans of diced tomatoes. You could also just use broth if you wanted to, but no matter what, when you go to add these bags to the crock pot, you're going to want to add some additional broth or maybe some tomato juice if you're making a soup when you go to cook them. So on the bags, I have written the dates. I have turkey vegetable soup, and I have a reminder, add broth and potatoes, because that's what I plan on adding to these. Potatoes don't really freeze the best raw. So I'm going to chop up some potatoes when I go to add these to cook these in the crock pot at some time 6 months, 8 months from now. Other things you could kind of add when you go to cook them would be beans or lentils or rice. So in here I've got 1 pound of turkey. Alice is really excited about it. She had a banana and now it's lost. Okay. And then I looked in my fridge to kind of see what else I could add. So I've got carrots, I've got green beans, I've got onion, I've got corn, and I've got cabbage. And all this will work well in this freezer bag meal, and none of it is cooked or blanched. None of it is cooked or blanched or anything. I'm just throwing it all in raw. So, a pound of turkey, and just forewarning, William is also home and he keeps on running inside and bringing me greens or weeds to also add to this. So this is his pile there. So I'm adding some chopped onion. I'm going to add, I just had a few green beans left, so I'm just going to add them to this because I just got a busy couple days and I don't know what I'm going to have time to, or when I'm going to have time to cook all this stuff. So I'm also just adding raw carrots. Haven't blanched them, haven't cooked them. This works fine when I have added, made these vegetable kind of soup bags. Cabbage, I'm using the cabbage we got I think last week. I'm just throwing in a whole handful, a big handful, raw. This has also worked well for me in the past, freezing raw cabbage, as long as I'm making this soup bag and adding some sort of liquid substance to it. It really seems to freeze fine. And then I also have corn here. Ugh, I meant to use this thing. I think I have probably 4 ears of corn. Again, not blanched, just raw. These make the best dinners or fast meals or easy meals, I'm not going to say fast, over the winter. I just freeze them and I'm able to throw them in the crock pot and they're done. So nice. So I've got my veggies layered, my ground turkey on the bottom there. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to both these, although obviously you can season them when you go to cook them in the crock pot. And then I've also got some dried carrot tops I'm going to add. I have this celery salt with like ground or dried out celery tops from actually last season. I can't wait till we get celery again this year. And I'm going to add. And then I have 5 cans of diced tomatoes. So this is what I have to work with right now. I'm sure it will kind of be fine. So I'm adding 2 cans to each. Probably really could do like 3 cans each, 4 cans each, or maybe even a little bit of extra broth. And then I store what, whoa, sorry. I store these upright like this so that way when I go to use them, I can just take off the plastic bag and throw this whole thing in my crock pot and cook it on high for like 4 or 5 hours or on low for like 8 hours. And then it's done. That works out really well. So I've got like 2.5 cans of diced tomatoes in this guy. And then when I go to cook it, I'm going to add a little bit more broth to it. And then I'm going to add diced tomatoes or diced potatoes when I go to cook it. You could also add, like I said, rice, uncooked rice, beans, or lentils. So these are going in my freezer, and I'm going to have great dinners like 6 months, 8 months from now to throw in the crock pot. Super, super easy, and I just got rid of a ton of veggies. Not rid of them, but I've got to get my refrigerator under control. So thanks for watching. Post your questions below, and I will answer you soon. And here's the rest of the crew. Did you get more? All right.
I got more leaves.
More leaves. All right, good. Put in my pile. All right. Thanks. Have a great night.
Where's Alice? Where's my